Alright, what's up everybody? First thing, I want to thank you for tuning in and watching this video. This is my first attempt at doing a commentary for a workout. This is a back day, and want to apologize ahead of time if it's kind of quiet, if you can't really hear me that well. It is right now 1:58 a.m. and my roommate gets up in about 3 hours to go to work, and his room is just right across from mine, so just trying to stay quiet. I'm warming up here for deadlifts. I always like to do some type of squat, lunge, something along those lines to really, one, break a sweat and get warmed up, get those legs loose, hips nice and loose, doing some jump squats, really get the heart rate up. And you see Brandon just chilling in the background, kind of watching me there, probably looking at me all weird. And some goblet squats. I would have hit more front squats probably, but if you notice, the racks were set really low, so I just went and grabbed a dumbbell instead of moving the racks. So now getting into the deadlifts, warming up with deadlifts. 135 here, just getting loose, probably hitting like 5 or 6. Anytime you're warming up, you don't want to overexhaust yourself in any way. You want to save your energy for the real working sets. And so basically just each warm up, adding a plate here, adding one more plate. Gonna do 225 and nothing crazy once again, just really feeling it out. I might even say I thought about there, I guess, doing a over and under grip, but I usually don't do that until it gets a little bit heavier. So here I'm just focusing on the form and on the speed. Focusing on the speed, even though it's light, you still want to act like it's heavy, basically, is the easy way to put it. You always want to pull with your full force, especially on a power movement like this. So you'll notice here I'm setting up to shorten the range of motion, since it is a back day for one, and I'll do some variations of deadlifts every once in a while. This is just like doing a rack pull. You'll see people in the gym with the bar inside the rack, and it's all slamming down and really loud. And even though this is a much smaller gym, there's really nobody there except Landon and his friends were in there working out. But it's usually just me in there by myself. But I still don't really like doing the rack pulls, dropping the bar down on the rack like that. So I set these little mats up, and so it basically recreates the same thing as a rack pull, shortens the range of motion on the deadlift. So I went ahead and threw 315 on there and hit one more warm up. Ended up doing working sets today with 405, which I wasn't really feeling that good, and that is kind of light for the shorter range of motion deadlifts. But I always just kind of play it by feel. So here's my, I think I did 3 or 4 of these. This workout was from last week, so I don't really remember. A lot of times I just do things by feel instead of with this. I have a pretty good plan going in, and if I feel like doing more, I'll do more. If I'm not really feeling it, I'll do something to at least make up for if I missed a set or anything like that. But so there, I think I did 3 or 4 of those. Also did a back down set with 315 of regular deadlifts. I moved those mats out of the way, but I forgot to record that. So then I moved on to a superset of lat pull downs with straight arm lat pull downs. You notice here, just pulling right underneath the chin, really focusing on the lats. I rarely necessarily pull all the way to my chest. It's just personal preference. I actually feel it more by staying a little above and making sure the lats stay engaged a little better. And then here I went to a pullover, and you'll notice on these that slight pause at the bottom. It's really just really flaring those lats up, really feeling it work. And what I like to think about when I'm doing those is as my arms come down, I'm making a window, and I'm trying to stick my chest through that window. And when you do that, you just really feel those lats fire. And I think I did 3 or 4 of those supersets, and then on this last one I did a drop set, staying on the lat pulls. And here you can really see what I was talking about earlier, where I just pull right underneath my chin, and this was either my 4th or 5th set of pretty heavy lat pulls. So you see me cheating a little bit, and there's really nothing wrong with cheating, guys, as long as you know what you're doing. If you know the movement well and you feel like you need to cheat a little bit to really feel it, that's fine, because I know at this point my lats were just totally on fire. And when I did this drop set, I specifically remember not being able to finish it. I was going for 12 and 12. I think I got like 12 and 8 or 9. I even had to take a break somewhere here in the middle. You'll see that in just a second. I'm just really trying to keep the weight moving. But I think after this, here it goes right here. See, and I tried to keep my lats engaged even when I was on that little rest right there, just to knock out a couple more. And you see my range of motion just really going out. So I went ahead and called it quits on that set. So from there, moved on to a single arm dumbbell row. On these, really try to focus on that stretch at the bottom and drive that elbow back, drive that elbow straight back. And you'll see how my hips fall backwards, and that just kind of creates a natural stretch at the bottom. You'll see some people really reaching forward when you do these. It's not really necessary. As long as your body is in the right position, you'll get that natural stretch, and you'll just drive that elbow straight up and back just a little bit. You'll feel that squeeze. And I put two different ones in here because I wanted you to see the difference between my first one was real strict with a lighter weight. On this one, it is a much heavier weight, and you'll see me cheating them up just a little bit like I was talking about earlier. And once again, it's fine to do that as long as you're not putting your body at risk for injury. You just stand in a nice strong position and you're trying to really move some weight. Moved on there to this, I don't really know what to call it. It's just a seated bent over row, I guess, with some dumbbells. And on this one, I like to keep my elbows wide and really feel it in the rear delts a little bit. And then I supersetted it with the shrug. Squeezing up at the top. I don't do a whole lot of traps personally, but I did some a superset there with some traps. And I finished up with some curls. I did alternating dumbbell curls, and I supersetted that with a reverse grip curl. I think I did about 4 sets of those. So thank you so much if you're watching this all the way to the end. Let me know what you think. I plan on hopefully doing some more workouts like this, maybe doing some more live workouts. If I do some workouts with friends or anything like that, maybe do the live version. That would be pretty cool. When I'm by myself, I don't really have anybody to record. I mean, there's Landon in the background, but playing on his phone, so he's not going to do me much good there. So, like I said, let me know what you think. Hopefully be coming out with some more videos like this, and thank you so very much.